This password shouldn't work. The account owner died 3 years ago. I have his death certificate open on my second monitor right now. His name was Michael Arnett. Cause of death was a car accident on November 14, 2022. But look at the screen. Look at the activity log in the top right corner of his cloud drive. It says status online. It says last login 1 minute ago. And the terrifying part isn't that someone hacked his account. The terrifying part is what is being uploaded to the camera roll folder right now. Because the metadata says these photos are being taken by Michael's phone. The phone that was buried with him in the casket. My name is Sarah, and I investigate digital anomalies. Usually, that means debunking fake ghost videos or tracing IP addresses for harassment victims. But last week, I did something illegal. I was browsing a forum on the dark web, a marketplace where data brokers sell leaks from old websites. Usually, they sell credit card numbers or social security data. But one listing caught my eye. It was titled Dead Drop. The description was just a single line. Full cloud backup of a deceased user. Still syncing. The price was $5 in Bitcoin. I bought it. I told myself it was for research. I wanted to see if cloud servers kept data of dead people indefinitely. I expected to find a time capsule. Baby photos, tax documents, maybe some unfinished novel. A digital graveyard frozen in 2022. I received a text file with a username and a password. The service was a popular cloud storage provider, the kind everyone uses. I won't name it for legal reasons. I typed in the credentials. I expected an error message. I expected password incorrect or account deactivated. But the loading circle spun for 3 seconds, and then the dashboard opened. At first, it looked normal. The interface was clean. The folders were neatly organized. Documents. Finances. Family trip 2018. The storage bar showed 40% used. I started clicking through the folders. It was sad, honestly. Scans of medical bills. A resume that hadn't been updated since 2020. A folder full of blurry photos of a golden retriever. It felt like intruding on a ghost. I checked the file timestamps. Everything stopped on November 12, 2022. 2 days before he died. That made sense. That was normal. I was about to log out. I felt dirty, like I was grave robbing. But then I saw the notification bell icon in the corner. It had a red dot. One new notification. I clicked it. The text read storage almost full. 98% used. That didn't make sense. The dashboard said 40% a minute ago. How could it jump to 98% instantly? I refreshed the page. The storage bar was now red. The file count had jumped from 5,000 files to 50,000 files. I sorted the folders by date modified. The folder at the top wasn't documents or family. It was a folder named null. Created today. 10:42 a.m. That was 5 minutes ago. My heart started hammering in my throat. I clicked on the null folder. Inside, there were thousands of audio files. They weren't MP3s. They were high-quality WAV files. The file names were just timestamps. 10_42_01.wave, 10_42_02.wave, 10_42_03.wave. I put on my headphones. I turned the volume down low, just in case. I clicked play on the first file. It was silence. But not digital silence. It was recorded silence. I could hear a low noise floor, a faint hiss of air. I clicked the next one. More silence. I clicked the file from yesterday. Silence. I clicked the file from a year ago. Silence. Whoever, or whatever, was using this account had been uploading hours of silent audio every single day for 3 years. But then I found a file that was larger than the others. Most were a few megabytes.
This one was 2 gigabytes. It was dated November 15th, 2022. The day after Michael died. I played it. It started with the same silence. But at the 3-minute mark, there was a sound. Scraping. It sounded like fabric rubbing against wood. Then, a thud. Dull and heavy. Then, breathing. It wasn't panic breathing. It was slow, rhythmic, shallow breaths. The sound quality was muffled, like the microphone was wrapped in cloth or buried under something. And then, a voice. It was dry, raspy. It sounded like vocal cords that hadn't been used in a long time. It said one word. Dark. Then the recording ended. I sat back in my chair. The room felt cold. Michael died in a car accident. He was pronounced dead at the scene. He was taken to the morgue. He was buried 3 days later. This recording was made while he was supposed to be in the morgue. Was his phone in the body bag with him? Did the battery survive? Even if it did, there's no signal in a morgue cooler. There's no Wi-Fi in a grave. How are these files uploading? I tried to download the file to analyze it locally. Error. Access denied. I tried to copy it. Error. File is in use by another program. Another program? This was a web interface. Then, my mouse cursor disappeared. I moved the mouse. Nothing. Then, on the screen, a new folder was created. I watched it happen. I wasn't touching the keyboard. The folder was named Sarah. My name. I yanked the Ethernet cable out of my PC. I killed the Wi-Fi. I sat there, staring at the offline screen. How did it know my name? I bought the login with crypto. I was using a VPN. I didn't enter my name anywhere. Unless it was watching me through my own webcam. I put a piece of tape over my camera lens. I should have done that years ago. I needed to know the truth. I reconnected the internet. I logged back in. The Sarah folder was still there. I opened it. Inside was a single image file. current_view.jpg. I hesitated. My hand was shaking so bad I could barely click the mouse. I double-clicked the image. It loaded slowly, line by line, like old dial-up internet. It was a photo of me. But it wasn't taken from my webcam. It was taken from behind me. From the corner of my ceiling. I spun around in my chair. I scanned the corner of the room. There was nothing there. Just cobwebs and shadows. I looked back at the photo. In the picture, I was sitting in my chair, looking at the monitor. But standing next to me, leaning over my shoulder, was a man. His face was smashed. The left side of his skull was caved in, consistent with a high-speed car impact. One eye was swollen shut. The other eye was staring at the screen. He was pointing at the monitor. I screamed. I scrambled back, knocking my chair over. I ran out of my office. I locked the door. I grabbed my laptop from the kitchen. I needed to delete the account. I needed to close the door I had opened. I logged in from the laptop. The password had been changed. Incorrect password. I tried to reset it. The recovery email had been changed too. The new recovery email was displayed partially masked. s****h@gmail.com. That is my email address. My personal email. My phone buzzed. I got an email. Sender, Michael Arnett, via Cloud Share. Subject, collaboration invitation. Body, Michael Arnett has invited you to edit the folder null. There was a button that said join. And below that, there was a message typed in the notes section. It said, "It is too dark in here. I need your light." I didn't click join. I deleted the email. I deleted my email account. I formatted my computer. But the story doesn't end there. This morning, I woke up and checked my phone storage. It was full. I went to my gallery to delete some photos. My camera roll was full of black images. Thousands of them. I clicked on one. It was just a black screen. But when I turned the brightness all the way up, I saw something in the darkness. It was wood grain. Satin lining. It looked like the inside of a box. And in the corner of the photo, barely visible, was a hand. A hand with a watch on the wrist. The watch face was cracked. The time stopped at 11:42. The time of the crash. The upload source wasn't Michael's phone anymore. The metadata on the black photo said source, this device. My phone. He isn't uploading from his grave. He transferred the connection. When I logged into his cloud, I became the new host. The files are coming from my pocket now. And every time I take a picture, I see him in the background. Blurry. Distorted. But getting closer. If you ever find a login for an abandoned account, don't use it. Digital spaces can be haunted too. We think the cloud is just servers in a warehouse. But data is energy. Consciousness is energy. And energy cannot be destroyed. It just finds a new place to store itself. I am going to destroy my phone now. But I don't think it will stop the uploads. Because the last photo in my gallery wasn't black. It was a photo of me sleeping. Taken from the inside of my eyelids.